Test, test. All right, so this is just a reminder on how to import new sprites in. So first thing you do is you take one of the prefabs that I made for you. So take one of them, doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, you're going to change them anyway. And what you do is you bring them into the hierarchy, doesn't matter where. And then what you do is you find a blank space and then you drag them back over here. When you do that, it will prompt you for original or prefab. Very important that you hit original prefab. Okay? Then it will highlight it right there and it will say copy at the end. What you want to do is while it's highlighted, right click it, hit rename, and then name it as the medication that you're doing. And then you'd say 1, 2, 3, or 4 written in text, not in letters afterwards. So for M1. Okay. Then once you have it, it should show up at the very bottom without a sprite. Once you're done with that, you see that the sprite would be none. Then what you do is you go to Zoomab, I guess. Sorry, I said the wrong name. Let me fix it real quick. Okay. Then what you would do is you copy it and you do that. Do that 2 more times. Oh, sorry, Zoomab 2. And then Zoomab 3. Very important that you don't include a space and that you don't include letters. Okay, once you have Zoomab 1, Zoomab 2, Zoomab 3, what you do is you go into the Zoomab folder. Everything's already ready in either the redone sprites folder or the art assets folder. And if they have a black background, which most of them will at this point, what you would do is you would select all of them, even though we're not using all of them. And then you go over here to texture type, change it away from default into sprite, 2D, and UI. And then you want to make sure that the alpha source is input texture alpha. So that's the alpha, the black is going to be turned into transparency. You'd hit apply right here, and then you should see the sprites change into this. When it looks like this, that means that they're ready to be imported. Next, what you do is you delete this. You definitely don't want to be changing this, just because this allows us to work with programming. So you delete this out of the hierarchy. Go back to your prefab, and you go to number 1, Zoomab. So once you have it selected, you should see it over on the right. Then you double click into Zoomab, and you drag the texture over. Okay, and then what I will do when I get a hold of it is that I will assign the tag, and then I will make sure that the tag matches up with the script, and then I'll write the script to reference the tag. So for right now, just make sure that this is untagged, and then I'll fix that later. Same thing with the layer. Okay, so just make sure that you're not touching these. Okay, and then once you do that, you move on to the next one. So map 2. Okay, and we have now added Zoomab into the game. And yeah, it's really just that simple. It's just that there is a lot of these. And so being able to break it down between people, even if I'm doing the majority of them, just being able to mitigate it by X amount would be tremendously helpful. Okay? Also, I'll be taking care of the pill bottles as well. You don't need to worry about that. Once you're done with that, you just move on to the next one, and you just repeat the process for the next set of pills and the next one. And in case I didn't say it earlier, those agree that we're not using the multicolored ones. So I guess we're just using these solid color pills.